In this tutorial, you will learn how to make this amazing wall foam flower set. All materials are included in our wall foam flower kit. In this tutorial, you will learn how to make your wall foam dahlia. So we are going to start with our dahlia. There's 2 sets of white foam and whatever color you chose for the bud. So what we're going to do is cut 4.5. So to me it's easier, you got to make like 16 squares. So to me it's easier kind of cut alongside like that. A little bit here. Doesn't have to be perfect. And we're going to do 4 little equal long things like this. So we're just going to cut. You can see here we're going to cut. Doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to cut out your template, which I already cut out from my sheet. So that's approximately 3.5 times 4.5. So what you're going to do is fold each in half and then half. And we're just going to make our little squares. Very easy. So you're going to end up with 16 cutouts for your templates. So we have our dahlia template right here. I already cut it out. So what we're going to do is just, I kind of prefer to do it like this. So what I do is basically I put it right at the edge. Right at the edge, because you know it comes out a little bit longer, so that's not bad. 1, 2, so you're going to continue with all of these like that. So we now finished our 15 and 15 cutting. We're left with 2 of these. So what we're going to do is just a simple, as perfect as you can, circle, which should be approximately 3 inches. Well, that's not that great circle. So we're going to basically just, maybe if it's 3.5, let's cut 3.5, 1, 2, 3.5, so it can come out more perfect. I'm going to do the same thing here, 1, 2, 3.5. Now we're going to cut it 3.5 so it won't look like that. Complicated to calculate it. So you're going to do your little circle. It can be a square circle because this is the back part of your of your flower. It's basically going to be your base where you're going to put your wire. So it's pretty simple. So we have our two bases. We're going to get our heat gun or your 369 glue, your craft glue. Well, not yet. So on these, if you look at your instructions, you're going to cut 2 strips like that. I'm going to cut 2 strips each. And on this one, we do the same thing. Now these are for the butt of one and the butt of the other. So we've got all our little pieces with the base, and for the bud, we're going to continue. So in this case, one is going to be strips and the other is going to be the bud. So I've decided I'm going to use the red for the bud. So we're going to fold in half and just make little strips without going all the way. Very tiny little strips. So this is our bud, flower one. And then in this case, I'm actually going to go like this, and then I'm going to cut out because it's just so much easier. But you can also go like this all the way. Me personally, I'm just going to make it shorter, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So this is going to be like little pistils around the bud, so I'm just going to cut out through here, but I'm not going to do it yet because I want to put the paint, I want the little edges white. So here we go. Now repeat for the other two. So we have our simple craft glue. I got red and white, and these are going to be, put them on the side, and on these we're going to grab a little cheesecloth and we're just going to paint one side. I'll show you, it's pretty simple. That's it. On the other one too. Remember, we've got to repeat for both flowers. We let it dry a little bit because we're going to do both sides in a minute. So we're going to move this to the side. Now we're going to change our cheesecloth. I'm going to use the same little edge, and I'm going to grab a little bit of red, and we're just going to dab it at the edge. That's all you need. want to go through the center like that. Depends on how dark you want it. So it's basically just a little divvy at the edge. I'm going to go through it. Make sure they have like approximately the same. So you're going to repeat this for all the flowers. Pretty simple. For all the petals. You're going to let dry and do it on both sides. You don't really have to do it both sides, but I always like to have my petals like on both sides. So just make sure you're kind of uniform. So we're going to repeat on all of them. So for our last step here, once we have painted this, the only thing we're going to do is we're going to cut out this to make sure they're light little strips. See, you got a little bit of white on both sides. So I need to cut a little bit extra right here. And there you go. You got your two little strips, your two buds for your two dahlias. And we're ready for thermoforming. So we're going to start off with our strips. The red one, actually you don't really have to do anything to it. This one, what you're just going to do is kind of like make them a little bit, twist them, make them a little bit wrinkled. So you can do it with your heat gun, and you're just going to warm them up and kind of wrinkle them like that. Grab it, glue it together, and just, they're very nonchalant. Grab them together and wrinkle them towards the upside. So you want to, you don't want them to bend down ways. You just want them to twist. And now, and this is part of our bud. Now for our petal, we're going to go right through the middle, and we're going to fold. Make sure you have a very clear crease here. So it's in one step, and then it's very simple. So you're going to do one side, and you're just going to roll it with your finger like that. See? Now we're going to do the other side. And we're just going to roll it with your finger. So you get the crease like that. And we're going to stretch that little point a little bit more, because it's always kind of cute. I'm going to do two more. And then we're going to go fast with both flowers, because you need to do this fun, fast, and easy. And it's really enjoyable. So we got the crease, step one. Step two. Wrap it with your finger like that. And step three, the other side. And then if you want, step four is just making this a little bit pointier. If you're using a heat gun, make sure you put it on top of this part over the heat gun. And there you go. So you're starting to form your petals. I'm going to do a third one. Make sure the crease is very well formed. And then you just rub it with your finger, very easy and simple, easy peasy. That's it. Let's finish them up.